brand new empty bobbin that I'm going to work on today. So I'm going to switch back to the rest of this pink fluffy cotton candy looking fiber. I don't know that I'm going to spin all of this today because especially since we are officially halfway through Tour de Fleece, I want to make it all the way to the end. I want to spin a little bit every single night for 23 nights. And so if that means I need to pull back a little bit because the first half I was spinning a lot, like more than 2 hours, which was my limit that I set myself, I'm just going to pull back a little bit. Still don't have any pain or soreness in my hands, and I want to keep it that way. So if I start feeling a little bit sore or like feeling parts of my hands that I normally don't as I'm spinning today, I'll cut it early. Otherwise, I'm going to set my timer every 20 minutes, get up, stretch, walk around, and then when 2 hours is done, that's it for me today. I do have a little bit of this, or a lot of this stuff, which is the stuff from Get Ben's Farm that has the red speckled throughout it. And this is what I'm spinning together with the pink. So this one is all ready to go as soon as this one is spun up. I have a feeling, well, actually, let's leave this out. I don't know that I'm going to do it this thick, actually. It might be a little bit thinner, and that's okay. I also thought since we have one more Fiber Fright nights before the actual 100 Nights to Halloween starts, we'd have a little chit chat about some of the new movies that are out that I've been wanting to watch. Ones that didn't make it onto my list, but I'm still very interested in watching them. Have a little chat about that, see what I'm going to be watching tomorrow. We can do a little poll. You and I, we can figure it out together. If you have never been to a Fiber Fright Nights here in the Yarn Dungeon, what it is, we have a movie that we crochet to. And since we're coming up to 100 Nights of Halloween, we have 100 of them in a row. They're sci-fi, thriller, suspense. But when we get to October, we definitely have the classics like Halloween, Hocus Pocus. Practical Magic might be a little bit early this year, especially since Practical Magic 2 is coming out. So that'll probably have to be in September. But Trick or Treat, Tales of Halloween, that will obviously all be in October. You can set up your own list or you can follow the one that I have. I love crocheting horror movies, and that's really what started it. These ones didn't make it onto my list because this year I wanted to go through my DVD and VHS collection. Anything that I had or ones that I had thrifted, those were options for my 100 night countdown this year, which seems a little bit difficult, but I'm constantly collecting DVDs. And I have a nice VHS collection going too. I do have Friday the 13th on it. That's not going to make it onto the list either because we have a Friday the 13th in November. So we'll have to have a movie marathon during that week. But I also have Hocus Pocus on VHS, The Craft. I have Halloween H2O, which I know is not everyone's favorite of the Halloween series, but I like it. The ones we're going to chat about today are either brand new to streaming or it's been within a few months. So first up we have Backrooms, which is categorized as a horror sci-fi genre. A strange doorway appears in the basement of a furniture showroom, leading to an endless network of interconnected rooms where time bends, and the only thing scarier than getting lost is the sense that something is lying in wait. I did see the preview for this one. Since it is an A24, it was immediately on my radar. This has been a very polarizing movie. People either really love it, and it's like one of their favorite movies that they've seen, favorite horror movies that they've watched all year, or they don't like it at all. Don't understand it, don't get the hype about it. It seems to be one or the other. There's nothing in between in this one. That is the first pick. Next up, we have Forbidden Fruits, which is categorized as horror. This did come out the beginning of the year. I want to say either January or February. Eden employee Apple secretly runs a witchy femme cult in the basement of the mall store after hours. So that alone is just going to bring so much nostalgia. The entire movie takes place at a mall. I saw somewhere that this is like a mashup of The Craft and Mean Girls, which sounds fantastic. An honorary mention is Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. The original one, Ready or Not, definitely made it into my 100 Nights of Halloween list, and I've been playing around with the idea of doing a back-to-back double feature on that day. There are a couple of them actually where the sequel is really, really good. I'm not gonna say it's as good as the first one, but they're pretty darn good. This one, I have no idea though. I haven't seen this one yet, and it's been out for quite a while. It probably won't be an option for tomorrow, but I just just wanted to shout that out in case you had seen the original one and you didn't know that there was a second one. That would be really crazy. I feel like they marketed this one. It was all over the place when it came out. So the first one ends and we roll right into the second one. I think that's a fantastic setup for it. And this is a comedy horror. Next up is Corporate Retreat. It's categorized as horror suspense, but for some reason I thought it was horror comedy. Corporate Retreat is a savage horror dark comedy, there we go, that sends a group of ambitious young executives on a luxury team building escape, only to strip it down into a brutal, blood-soaked fight for survival. This one does not have a very high rating, but I don't even really look at that anymore. A lot of my favorite go-to comedy horror movies have horrible ratings, and I watch them all the time. So I take that, I would say, with a grain of salt, but I don't even really pay attention to it, so not even with a grain of salt. Okay, then let's switch over to AMC, which is also Shudder. Okay, so Forbidden Fruits is actually on Shudder right now. Whistle, that's what I was looking for. Don't blow it. Categorized as just straight up horror, a misfit group of high school students stumble upon an ancient death whistle. They discover that blowing the whistle summons your own death. After watching the trailer, it has a very similar feel to like the movies Until Dawn. It's not anything that's going to be new or completely original or anything. I feel like I've seen this movie many, many times before, just different characters in different settings, or not even different settings. Really, it's high school students find something they shouldn't, and I'm assuming they're all gonna actually blow the whistle because it says don't blow it. And then we're just gonna see them trying to figure out, kind of like Final Destination style too. They gotta figure out a way to stop death, essentially. So yeah, I guess 3 is a pretty good number. Let's just do that. We have Forbidden Fruit, Corporate Retreat, and Whistle. So yeah, those are the 3. If there's one that jumped out to you, go ahead and vote down below. Okay, so I am done for today. This is all I have left from that tiny ball of fiber. So I feel pretty good about that. It's not as much as I have been doing in the past, but we're gonna taper a little bit here. Shut that off so it doesn't start spinning on me again. I hope you're genuinely excited for another fiber fright. It's just pretty awesome that we got 2 extra fiber frights in the yarn dungeon before 100 Nights of Halloween even started. Let me know all of the spooky Halloween movies, or non-spooky either, really just Halloween movies in general. What do you like to crochet to? Shout it out in the comments down below. Otherwise, that's it for me tonight. So thanks again for hanging out with me, spinning up some fiber. I hope you have a super spooky rest of your night, and I will see you back in the yarn dungeon tomorrow.